And break.
Hey, yo, Boulevard.
Yo, we're good.
The NFL is hilarious.
Right.
So your boy Arthur Smith and his beautiful Atlanta Falcons organization is
Maybe the jerseys.
currently being investigated by the NFL for injury report compliance.
How is that even possible?
Well,
How do you do that?
apparently, Bajan Robinson was injured, and they were like,
Yeah.
"We're not going to tell you guys. We don't feel like we need to." So when they released their
Don't
final
you have
injury
to report
report
this shit?
and an active list, they didn't put Bajan Robinson on it. Huh?
Well, how injured was he? Yeah,
Well, we know
I
he
feel like
didn't
he
put that much. He
played,
didn't
but
do much.
uh,
He had one carry.
okay. Yeah, somehow I
Because,
remember
but
that. I
the
think it
thing
was
is, he
fantasy.
reported that.
Mm-hmm.
He had reported that he was sick before the game, but like when they put out the injury report, they didn't put him on it. So the NFL is investigating it.
Well, see, coaches always play games with those injury reports. Some of them lied, and somebody the
Yeah,
first coach that lied about the
yeah.
injury report. I mean, Belichick had Brady on as questionable for like 6 years on the injury report, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know the exact details, but he was always on the injury report, even though he wasn't injured. Nobody paid attention to it because it was a lie. But they lie all the time. So
Yeah.
I do think
Honestly,
Smith should be
I
fined.
don't think there's much to the
It's
story.
a violation of the rules, obviously. I mean, it goes out on Wednesday, and
I
that's
mean,
gamblers and us fantasy football players. We value that information. So you're fucking with people's money by doing that.
mm-hmm.
You can't do that. You can't mess with people's money. And you can't just lie on something that's such an important thing to most fan bases, like who's injured, who's playing. We need to know
Mm-hmm.
that. That's important to us. That's informative. We need that
Yeah.
for not just for fantasy, not just for gambling, but as fans. So we can't even trust you to be honest about your players. We can't trust you as coach. Like you can't be trusted. You're a liar. You're a liar. We already got one liar, and he just
I think
resigned. That's Belichick. We don't need another Belichick. We don't need another bullshit or a fucking
honestly, I
somebody
think
who's
that's what
playing
it
games
is.
trying to manipulate the system. No, just go out there and coach. Stop trying to overthink everybody. Okay? You focus on the
Right.
actual games. You focus on the actual practices instead of trying to be cute. If you can't tell, I got a problem when people try to outthink shit. And
Mm-hmm.
they just come up with these stupid methods to outthink people to play cute, as it were. It gets on my nerves because there's no need for it. And you're that one who always comes out looking like the jackass, as what happened here. And Bijan went to the coach, if I'm not mistaken, and told him, right? That's what she said. Bijan came to the coach, told him he was injured, and then he didn't put him on the injury report. Okay, so there's one person responsible for this, and it's Arthur Smith. So don't find the organization. Yep. Find directly Arthur Smith. Get some of that FedEx money out of him. Because you need to play up. So there has to be a consequence. You just can't willy-nilly this shit. You can't be doing that. That's a bad precedent for the league. So, Arthur Smith, that was a trash move. That was a move of desperation is what it was. That was desperation. Trying to get an advantage. Mm-hmm. Ain't no need for that. You got the talent, use the talent.
Well,
I don't know.
That was an interesting story. Right. But guess what? There's more. Well, Taylor Swift's fans, the Swifties, are very concerned about their beloved queen, Taylor, because of her close proximity to Jackson Mahomes at Kansas City Chiefs home games.
Why? I know Jackson Mahomes sucks. I know he does. I know this. Patrick Mahomes probably sucks too, but we don't get to see that side because media. I don't know. What's the deal? What's the deal with?
I'll be honest. Yes, we know that Jackson Mahomes is a predator. But I know
like
Jackson Mahomes, anybody is not, I don't think anybody's,
Like a predator?
Because he forced himself on that woman. And he was, I think he got, I'm not sure if he got charged yet, but it's definitely out there.
I knew nothing about it.
Yeah, he forced a woman. He followed a woman into the back office and forced her to kiss him and stuff like that.
Ugh.
Me personally, I think it was a way for him to stop people from thinking he was. I think his case is pending. Yeah.
Well, his ass need to be put away.
But I think that's where the concern is. They're concerned about him being about that. But honestly, I don't think Taylor has to worry about Jackson Mahomes. Because I don't think anybody is stupid enough.
If Jackson Mahomes tried to pull some old sly shit like that with Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce's going to murder him. And if Travis Kelce doesn't murder him, the Swifties are going to get him. So and he's going to be he can't leave the fucking house because they're going to be outside waiting for him with slingshots and shit because they don't have guns because they're Swifties. So they have slingshots and little fillet knives and shit like that. But they still won't, and they deserve to.
Absolutely.
I mean, if they got a fucking known predator running around the stadium as it is, that's fucked up. That man shouldn't be allowed in the fucking stadium. There's children, there's women, there's single people that don't need to be harassed by that dude. I know I already got creepy out from him because he's a jackass. But damn, I didn't know it was that extreme. I know he was out here trying to get on the registry and shit. Damn.
Yeah, I think this happened right before the season started.
Clean him up. Put him under the jail. I don't care. Those people can't function in society. Get them people out of society.
I think this happened right before the season started. So I think the case is still fresh.
But
burn
him alive.
My vote of confidence is that the Swifties have nothing to be concerned about. I don't think anybody's going to let anything happen to them. So my message to the Swifties is shake it off. Shake it off.
Right. And the extra small white tee. Looks like they didn't deliver the wings.
Next story.
Let's
stick to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Interesting.
Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Justin Ross. Who? Justin Ross.
Right.
Who?
Is that the fast guy? Is that the guy from the combine?
He was arrested.
Is that the guy from the combine?
So.
You set the record? Receiver? Yeah, man, that's John Ross.
No, not him. No, not him. So he's facing 2 charges. He was arrested on 2 misdemeanor charges. One of criminal damage of less than $1,000 and one of domestic battery with no priors.
That's a problem.
He allegedly grabbed the woman by her hair. He was not in a relationship with this woman. Grabbed her by the hair, dragged her around the house, destroying property at the same time.
Yeah, that's not domestic. That's just probably.
From what I have seen, he is back at practice.
Wow, Andy Reid fucking up, yo.
He is back at practice.
Andy Reid didn't used to shake that shit. You shouldn't be at practice.
Yeah, he is back at practice. He probably should play.
That's wild. Then he let Tyreek Hill play too.
But that's that.
But that's ridiculous.
Nothing more coming out of that.
Another what's this going to be the criminal episode?
There's nothing.
I thought it was the revenge of the Swifties.
Oh yeah, it does.
So I mean, I guess the question is, how does this involve Taylor Swift? Was she the woman dragged around? Is Justin Ross a caveman? Was he just dragging her around to his cave?
No comment.
That's ridiculous. Comment. I mean, He wouldn't be in my locker room after that shit. Or he'd have something to deal with. He'd have some consequences in that locker room because, nah. And there's a lot of women beaters in the NFL, but dude, you can't do that. You just can't do that. So fuck you, Justin Ross. Want to grab somebody by the head? Grab me by the head.
The NFL gets even worse.
Can it?
Well, NFL, the Saints wide receiver, your guy, Chris Olave, was arrested and accused of reckless operation of a motor vehicle after speeding at an excess of 35 miles per hour over the speed limit. He didn't hit anybody.
Was he drinking? Was he under the influence?
It was 35. No. Nothing. He was just speeding.
No. Well, yeah.
He was putting up 70.
He'll get a
on
fine.
A regular road. Yeah.
They'll find him. That's all they can do.
He's also back at practice.
Yeah. That's not as egregious, especially since no one got injured.
Yeah, he'll be back at practice.
And like he dragged a woman around by her hair.
Yeah.
Or forced himself on a woman, which seems to be our first three topics. So
however,
we're on fire.
However, he did say, and this is like the most like outrageous thing because you think that listen, I say if you can do it, you're rich, you're making money now. I say pull a card, He said when the cops came, he said,
who I am?
I play for the Saints.
I bet that worked, didn't it?
I play for the Saints.
Do you know who I am? Don't make me get my manager.
He was like,
I
bet the cops were like, you haven't won anything, so
right. You play for the Saints, but what have you done? What have you done for the last 2 years?
What have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately?
What have you done for us?
Did we do the cold open yet?
It's crazy. He's leading the team with the cold open. Oh, we did.
Oh, I guess I missed that.
It was hilarious.
Damn, we 12 and a half.
You got angry.
Reckless operation of a motor vehicle. What a dumbass. But everybody gets one of those. Well, no, everybody gets a DUI. Not one of those.
Everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one. That's what Spider-Man said. I don't drink, so I just smoke a lot of reefer.
The Titans are in talks with 3 teams.
Yeah.
The Cowboys are in. The Titans are in talks with 3 teams, 1 NFC team, 2 AFC teams, who they feel are the best fits for Derrick Henry. Those 3 teams are the Cowboys, Bills, and Ravens. The reason why this is a hilarious story to me because Cowboys pop up again.
Yeah. And if they get them, they won't shut the fuck up about it. And then they're going to go there and average like 3 yards a carry. And they're going to be like, oh, yeah, we going to the Super Bowl. We got an old-ass fastest prime running back. Yeah. Fucking clowns.
And
the Eagles need to get in on that.
This is just going to go right back into what I was saying. Why let go of Zeke? Why let Zeke go?
If you're just going to sign like an older player, same age as Zeke? Yeah. You might as well just kept him. He probably didn't want too much money from y'all anyway. Just wanted to be part of the team. He wanted to play there. But you don't want players who want to play there, do you? Is that bad for the image? Is that bad for the image, you fish out fuck Jerry Jones? I can't stand him. I can't stand looking at him even more. Don't like his voice, don't like his face, don't like his money, don't like his brain. He just a fuck up in my book. But no, Tennessee, you know where you send your players. You know where your players are supposed to go. It's not Dallas. It's Philly. So go get that 2025 4th and 5th from Philly and send Derrick Henry.
It's funny because
get his ring.
Oh, those trades that they traded for Bayard, those weren't even the Eagles' picks.
Oh, I know. It's like people were so fucking stupid out there with the fucking stories.
Yeah, they were.
I kept saying Eagles trade for Will Compton. Will Compton been retired Well, Compton's retired, but I'm still seeing it just because people just want to make stories up. You can't trust shit you see on the internet. Like, I was almost interested. Like, yeah, we got a player we didn't need. Yeah.
I'd click.
Huh? You'd quit.
Oh. Well, this ties right into the next story. It ties right into the next story because the Cowboys have stated that they're open to trades.
Cowboys are open to trades. So the Cowboys open to trade,
but they won't initiate.
Then how are they going to make trades? They think somebody.
Yeah, the Cowboys are open to trades, but they're not initiating anything.
So then they're not interested in trades because the only way that's going to work
is got nothing.
Them asking for their players.
Exactly.
Like nobody's going to call like, "Hey, you want Derrick Henry?" No, that's not going to happen. Like, "Hey, you want Judy?" No, that's not going to fucking happen. If they don't initiate the damn calls, get their ugly ass Jones family on the phone making deals or trying to make deals, they're not going to get shit. But you're still going to hear those fucking Cowboys fans, aren't you? Because they never shut the fuck up. They love being fucking mediocre. They think mediocre is the goddamn championship. Sick of that shit. Cowboys fans always running their fucking mouths. No, fuck your team. My bad. I got distracted there for a minute. I'm sick of Cowboys hearing shit about the Cowboys. No. Cowboys ain't going to pick up shit if they ain't making the fucking calls. That's just the way the business works. If you're not taking the fucking initiative to get the player, how are you going to get the player? You think it's just going to be served up to him on a platter?
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck? That's dumb. But that's Dallas. So if that's what they're going to do, Cowboys. I applaud their initiative. I'm happy for them. I hope that works out exactly the way I wanted to, which means they don't get shit. Because they don't deserve shit because they're losers and their fans are losers too. How do you feel about this, GQ?
Yes, indeed. I agree.
I'm not angry.
I'm sick and tired of the Cowboys. They just give me privileged. They're like, the Cowboys are like, my dad is going to sue your dad. They give me that type of energy.
My dad is a lawyer.
I'm so sick of the Cowboys.
I've been sick of the
Cowboys. My dad's Jerry Jones.
They ain't won shit in 30 years, but they ain't shut up the whole time. They was talking shit when Quincy Carter was there. They just don't shut the fuck up. Drew Henson was the starting quarterback. Yeah, Super Bowl. Fucking clowns. Can we just mute them for the rest of the fucking season? Can we just mute the Cowboys and Jerry and all this America's team bullshit until they actually do something? Because that seems like the way that you get all that fucking praise that you want to have, that you keep talking about. You got to win. But he's all like, hey, here you go. What y'all do? Sam Rand, what y'all do? When the last time y'all won? What, man, no. If you ain't won shit this century, if you ain't played for the Super Bowl this century, shut the fuck up. It's that damn simple. If you're not competing, don't fucking talk. And that's Cowboys fans in a nutshell. Really? They're not competitive. They can put up whatever fucking roster they want. They're still going to come up short because that's what they do. But they don't shut up. Yeah. It's really fucking aggravating.
Yeah. Well, we're going to pivot over to the Tennessee Titans again. Yep. No. We're going to talk more about the Tennessee Titans.
How is this?
But it's exactly what you were saying.
What's that?
Mike Vrabel says that Malik Willis and Will Levis will play this Sunday if Ryan Tannehill does not play.
That's a loser move. 2 quarterbacks mean no quarterbacks. And he's been around long enough to know better. It's like, you want to see who's the starter? You should have figured this out already. You should have had this plan already in motion. You just drafted Will Levis in the second round or late first round? Something along those lines. Malik was a later round pick. You should have this planned out already For that matter, why do you have 2 young quarterbacks anyway? You clearly don't know what the fuck they're doing. You got 2 young quarterbacks. Like, which one? Which one are you going to run with? You don't even know because you drafted that fucking shittily. You should know better. You ain't got no quarterback. If Levis was ready, Levis would have been on the field already. So spare me that shit. Let Willis go out there and get sacked 5 times on a drive again. Because that's what y'all deserve. Yes, Boulevard's pissed today. Sick of all the nonsense.
Well, you know, me, I'm always down to see Boulevard rant a little bit more. So this next topic is something for Boulevard to rant about. James Harden. James Harden was denied entry to the team plane.
Good. He ain't welcome. He ain't fucking welcome.
Stop that, man.
Don't nobody want him to fuck around. What are you going to do? Get him to fuck the team up? He already done killed the whole fucking process. Him and Morey done destroyed the whole goddamn process by themselves. What, the 4 fucking GMs they done ran through? 3 fucking head coaches they done ran through. And what they got to show for it? Nothing. And the worst pick of all, even with Ben Simmons being one of these people that they acquired, the worst fucking pick was that fat bitch James Harden. Okay? He is not part of this fucking team. Send him to fucking Orlando for a goddamn water cooler. Because that's all he is worth. He is useless. He will not lead us to wins. He will not fucking help. He is not an all-star. He's an old fat fuck. Get him the fuck off that team. If you want to win, send him the fuck to Madagascar. Because you ain't winning with him. You ain't getting no title with Harden to playing defense. You ain't getting no wins with Harden shooting 40-footers. You ain't getting no goddamn wins with that shitty-ass, slow, fat fucking step-back jump. Get him the fuck off the team. Don't let him on a bus. Don't let him in the locker room. Don't let him in the fucking practice court. Don't let him near the team. Just get him the fuck out of town. We don't want him. Philly fans don't want you there, Harden. We don't want you. The team doesn't want you, and you don't want to be there. So go. Fucking go. Take your ass to a strip club in Houston. Get him off my fucking team. And take Morey with him. Take Morey bitch ass with him. Because it's his fucking fault. You can say Brett Brown killed the fucking process. You can say Elton Brown killed the fucking process. No. Morey and Harden fucked everything up. Everything.
Yes. Yes. All of that, yes.
Everything up. Get that fat bitch off my fucking team. And take his dumbass fucking lackey Morey with him. Get him the fuck out of there. You already fucked the process up. Now you're going to lose fucking Embiid. Because you done fucked the process up.
Speaking of Embiid, did you see that there are like trade rumors and proposed trade packages out there?
Yeah, but that's nothing so far. It depends on how the Sixers start. He may not finish the season with the team, but that's very unlikely. He might not.
I wouldn't like him.
Unlikely because you ain't gonna get an offer good enough.
Yeah,
you're not gonna get a good offer good enough to trade Embiid.
Yeah, he's a big man. I'm never letting my big man go.
Like there's so few solid big men. There are
Yeah.
like 2 MVP calibers, 3 if you really want to exaggerate and say Davis, which means you ain't been watching basketball the last 4 years. But no, it's Jokic and it's Embiid, and I guess it's Giannis.
Yeah, I was about to say Giannis.
Yeah. So
I agree with you. I agree with you.
No, you don't lose it. You don't get rid of a talent that fucking valuable. You don't.
There's no trading Embiid unless you are 100% convinced that rebuilding is what you're trying to do. You don't trade away a guy like Embiid. I'm not even listening to offers.
Right, but they are almost at that point where they could consider it.
Yeah,
because the roster's not improving.
Yeah,
Harden run around. The team's not going to get better. Something's got to be done.
It starts with letting that man go.
Something has to be done.
Yeah, hiring Nick Nurse. I don't know. I wouldn't went with a coach that's young, or somebody not necessarily young, but somebody who hasn't got that shot yet. Yeah, I'm saying I would have went with Sam Cassell because let him get a chance to prove himself, let him get a chance to develop his team. That's what I think. Shoot, I would have started trading away players for 1-year contracts and then having a fresh team. Well, once the season's over, everybody can just go.
Mm-hmm. Sam Cassell out of Dunbar High School in Baltimore.
Lizard face, Kif Croker looking ass.
Hey, you're ugly. You're ugly motherfucker.
Well,
nothing he can do about it, but that's his face. That's what he look like.
Well, I want to leave. I want to end this episode today on a hilarious note. Yeah. So I was watching the Travis and Jason Kelce podcast, and Travis Kelce asked a very good question of his brother. Mm-hmm. He said, "Hey, Jason, could you make sure you put the Kelly Green? Can you put the game worn Kelly Green jersey up for me? Because I'm gonna come and get it." That's what he said. And Jason was like, "Why do you think you're gonna get it?" And Travis says, "I got dibs." And Jason said, "You're not getting that. That's going downstairs with the Mummers parade outfit." He said, "It's something that you're probably never going to see again." And Travis was like, "Isn't the Mummers outfit in the closet?" And Jason goes, "Yep, in a trash bag." The Kelly Green jersey is going into the basement trash bag in the closet.
Oh, hell no.
And he said it's right next to his Super Bowl. He said it's right next to Jason Kelce's Super Bowl ring. Jason said he's not going. So his reason that I guess the Super Bowl ring is in a case in the closet in the trash bag is because he doesn't want to get too hype about that Super Bowl because he wants to go get another one.
Okay, but you still earned it.
Yeah, I get that.
It's going to change the fact that you won it. It's not going to ruin your motivation. You see it, that should make you want another one.
Well, I don't think that's going to ruin his motivation because Kelce's the most motivated guy there.
Remembering that confetti. Remember standing up on that stage. All that shit. That's enough motivation. You know what it feels like. And you know what it feels like to come up short. That should be motivation enough for that man to go out there and bust his ass every week. He knows what it feels to be at the top, and he knows how it feels to be at the bottom. You should never, if he really needs motivation in year, 12, 10, 11, then retire. Because you should not need to be motivated or pumped up to play football when you've been doing this shit for a career since you've been an adult. You know what to do. You know what your job is. You know what your assignments are. You know what's in your control. He don't need all that extra motivation. Like, how is I got a ring. Yay, I won a champion. So did a lot of people. But not a lot of people are 2-time champions. That should be motivation enough. Hell, not many players even got to play in the Super Bowl, and he's been in 2. He knows how it feels to lose the Super Bowl, and he knows how to win it. He doesn't need to be motivated. He's reached the top already. He knows what it takes. He knows what it takes. She doesn't need all that pumping up and gassing up and healing him in your system and all that bullshit. No, he don't need none of that. He shouldn't. He's a fucking veteran. He was talking about retiring 2 years ago. He's old. He's a veteran. He doesn't need the motivation. The motivation.
Doorbell. It's the neighbor.
Bullshit. Fat bucks ain't coming over here.
So, all right, one more thing before we end. So
for them to come over here, that would involve them walking out the house, waddling their fucking gigantic asses across the fucking block. No, they're not doing that. And
so, fuck them too. One more story before it is hilarious. So, my realtor, I told you I've been looking for a house. My realtor sent us a house. The house was like worth $9 million. I was like, why are you sending me this? He said, I saw you guys' podcast. I know you guys are Eagles fans. I'm like, oh, cool. He said, This house used to be Doug Peterson's house when he was the head coach of Philadelphia.
Oh God, spit on all the walls.
I was like, that's cool. I'm looking for a house. I don't care if this is Doug Peterson's house. I can't afford a $9 million house. Get it off my list. So that was just funny. I'm like, yeah, cool. You've watched my podcast. That's
man.
Cool
at least go look at it. You go look at it. It's a $9 million house.
Oh, I mean, I'll look at it. If they do an open house, I'll go look. But
it's like that Jason Kelsey ring you were just talking about. You know, you got it. You know the feeling. But I mean, he knew the feeling of both sides. You don't know the feeling of a $9 million house. Go in there, sniff that air, touch that marble or whatever, them golden turlets, whatever. Go check that shit out if you can. Do it for me. I want to be in it. I want to see a $9 million house. Shit, I'll never have one. And even if I could afford one, I wouldn't have one because I'm a realist. So that's just impractical to me.
It is
gaudy, over just ridiculous. But
the most I'd pay on a house is $400. Maybe $600 if I had it.
That's a pretty nice house.
Yeah. But other than that, ladies,
I got to worry about that shit.
Yes, indeed. I'm jealous. I'll be there one day, and then we can shoot the live from the bench in our basements, in our big, amazing, lavish basements with popcorn machines and cotton candy machines. I don't know about you.
Arcade games. What do you mean arcade games?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know about you, but that's my basement has to have popcorn, cotton candy, funnel cake machines. I need that.
Oh, that's why you fat now. Candy corn and cotton candy and popcorn. That's why your ass fat. That's exactly why your ass fat.
Yes,
you
indeed.
ain't even fat. You just belly.
Yes, indeed. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's it from GQ and Boulevard for the day. We just leave you with one message. We can't all be starters. Neither can Justin Ross. So take a seat on the bench.
I do have one more comment.
Uh-oh.
If you're an Eagles fan or a fan of any other team other than the Cowboys, I would really like you to take a moment to go find a Cowboys fan and smack the shit out of them. That is all. Thank you.
We do not condone violence.
I do if it's a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, baby. Go take a seat on the bench and like, share, and subscribe.